Good day from the 65th Annual Cannes Film Festival. I'm Ian Roberts, and I'm presenting to you a program created by Paramax and Monde Ouest, a program entitled Cannes Echo 2012 in partnership with Screen International. In our program, we have a unique opportunity to take a look into the world of film finance. Through a series of interviews and roundtables, we gain valuable insight from the leaders of the film finance industry and how they are bridging the gap between unique storytelling and the financial resources to make them become a big screen cinematic experience. In this edition of our Cannes Echo series, we have a unique opportunity to take a look at a film in competition entitled Lawless, starring Gary Oldman, Jessica Chastain, Shia LaBeouf, and Tom Hardy. We had the opportunity to sit down with the executives and the producers behind this film. Here's what they had to say. Let's take a closer look.
Hello, everybody. I am here with a panel on the feature film Lawless. Now, Cassian, what made you think that this film could be a hit?
I just thought that I love the actors that were attached to it. I've always thought that Shia LaBeouf was a major actor, not just a big movie star, but a really good actor, and hadn't really had this kind of material yet to work with. And then, of course, Tom Hardy, we all knew was coming up fast in the business, and he was cast as the lead bad guy in Batman, and I'd seen him in a couple of other movies and just thought this guy is going to be something amazing. And so just the whole idea that we're going to get to work with John Hillcoat, who was to me one of the premier directors working out there. I thought the road was spectacular. I thought the proposition was spectacular, and just the combination of him with these two actors and this material, these very, very seasoned producers, just the whole package to me felt like, I wonder why they're struggling to raise the money. If we're smart about this, we can jump in and we can figure out a way to help them put this together.
There was an awful lot of cast in this casting, and the ensemble is quite extraordinary. Talk about putting that ensemble together and how that all came together.
That really was John Hillcoat and the producers. You know, the first two cast in the film were Shia and Tom, and that's how we raised the money and put the financing together. Later on, these other brilliant actors came into it. We were thinking a lot about how to get a cameo into the part that ultimately Gary Oldman played, and Michael Benaroya, who is the other producer on the movie. He had a long-standing relationship with Gary and his agent, and really felt strongly about Gary being in it. And in fact, you know, when we tested the film, Gary tested very highly in the film, so that was a very good choice in the end. And the two women, Jessica Chastain, I actually had seen her doing the Broadway show with Al Pacino. I thought she was amazing, and Salome, and Mia Wasikowska. You know, obviously saw her in Alice in Wonderland, and just she's a real talent too. And I thought the casting actually was meticulous. I thought the way that John put the cast together, they were just each perfectly cast in the roles. And the movie, you know, when you see it, and hopefully a lot of people will, you'll see that it really all came together beautifully.
Now, you've been an agent as well, and you've worked with the agencies for years. Did they get involved in packaging this film?
Yes, you know, I have had known all my counterparts at the other agencies very well. You know, I ran the independent film area for William Morris. I knew the guys that were doing that at CAA. I knew the guys that were doing it at Endeavor. I was close to all of them because we were all in the same boat, basically trying to raise money for make good independent movies. And Rogue Sutherland, who runs the independent area with Micah over at CAA, I knew that they were struggling a little bit with this film. And just, you know, it's a small town, you hear stuff, and I heard that this film was not going to go forward, and that John Hillcoat was thinking about another project he'd been working on, and that perhaps this might not happen in this particular time frame. And I thought, this is a great opportunity for us to get to work with all these people. Why not jump right into this and say that we'll pull off the financing, we'll bring an equity financer, which is Michael Benaroya, we'll figure out a way to make this film happen. And I think, you know, part of the reason why they let us do it is because I have done that in the past and done many movies, and I was pretty confident about it, and I think that helped a lot in letting us get involved.
Now, this was a pretty big budget compared to the last film that you two worked on together, which was Margin Call, in the $20 to $30 million range, as I understand
No,
it.
it's $30 million.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
More than anything, I think it was the creative choice of finding where we could shoot the film that had the right tax credit, enough tax credits for us to make the budget make sense.
Where did you shoot the film?
We ended up doing it in Georgia, actually, which, you know, the film is set in Virginia, but we were able to get creative in setting some of those things up, and we had, you know, great local crew.
Very good line producer on the movie called Danny Wolf, who had produced. I knew him pretty well from films that we'd worked on together with Gus Van Sant, and so he was really quite flexible. He was very thoughtful about the process and how we were going to do it, and whether or not we could shoot it in Louisiana or in Georgia or in Virginia or North Carolina, or there were so many different ideas of how to do it. Michigan was one of them. Luckily, we dodged a bullet there because that tax credit went away right as we were starting. So in the end, the decision was Georgia, and I think it was a really smart one on his part.
And how many tax credits did you have, Cassian?
Oh, I think it ended up being somewhere close to $5 million in the end, and you know, it's really become critical now in the whole process of financing independent films to actually get those tax credits. It allows the investors to think or realize that they don't have to recoup the entire budget in order to break even, and I think that psychologically has helped so many films get made. I worry actually quite a bit whether or not the states are going to continue it because of the economic downturn in America, but I hope that they do, because it would be crippling to the independent film business if they don't. And Louisiana has become Hollywood Central. I mean, it's packed with films in there, and it's actually, when you sit there and go, okay, let's go shoot in Louisiana, the issue is not whether or not you're going to get the tax credits, because you definitely are. It's whether or not you're going to be able to find the crew, because everybody's working.
And pre-sales, my understanding is you only got one pre-sale from Canada. How did that affect the financing process?
Only having one sale, you know, it's not the most comforting thing.
That didn't cause quite a few sleepless nights for us, and you know, as we realized, really, the sales were not going to happen unless before the film actually needed to go into pre-production, and we started thinking about, okay, we've got to come up with a plan B, which we did, and thank goodness our partner, Annapurna Films, came in and really, Megan Ellison rolled up her sleeves and really helped this movie get made.
So let's talk about distribution of the film for a minute. I understand the Weinstein Company is the distributor. At what stage did they get involved?
They came on board last Cannes, so it's really kind of wonderful that we're all back here in Cannes this year with the movie. They saw the trailer, they'd read the script, they knew the director from the road, loved his work. I think, you know, Harvey's given interviews saying that he's a big believer in Tom Hardy and Shia LaBeouf and John Hillcoat. So I think they were a tremendous partner for us in this movie, and they really came in and stepped up and made a big commitment to us last year, and I think paid off for us in a big way, because they were helpful in the process of finishing the movie, and they've set up a terrific release plan for the film and created a great campaign for it, a terrific trailer, and they're just a great partner in this area.
And Film Nation is your foreign sales agent. When did they get involved?
They predated us. I mean, we knew that they were already trying to sell the movie, and they were out talking about it, and that actually gave us a lot of comfort to be able to get into the movie, knowing that we had the top sales agent backing the movie.
When it's rolling out in the United States, when are we going to be airing?
The end of August.
Going to be in theaters all across the United States?
Yeah.
How many screens are we looking at?
1,500.
I think 1,500 or 1,800.
1,500.
You never really know until the actual days that they come out, because they go out and start booking the theaters in August. It depends what other films are still playing and what theaters are available. So, but you know, it's a wide release, and so they're really making a big commitment to the movie, and that's super exciting for all of us.
I heard the red carpet was a great success last night. Your first red carpet now?
First Cannes red carpet. Quite a bit of fun.
And I'm assuming you've been to many more than that?
Yes, I've been on the red carpet many times in my life, but you know, I was always in the background in my life. You know, my life was that I represented people. It's just really gratifying for after all those years of always being in the background to be a bit more in the center of it. It was kind of cool.
Rob, Cassian, thank you so much for your time today. From sunny Cannes on the French Riviera, we very much appreciate your actually being here with us.
Thanks.
Thank you for having watched our Cannes Echo Series 2012. We've had a terrific time here in Cannes, and we look forward to welcoming you all in Toronto to watch our Toronto Echo Series 2012.